Hello, everyone. It's that time for us to do the 4th episode within the last door. As I start all of these, please understand that there are trigger warnings. We've had, suicides, violence, absolutely strong language. There is drug use, quote unquote, kind of triggers. I don't know if I already said death, suicide, things like that. Very heavy, very emotionally triggering events in this story. So if this is not your type of story, please understand that, it's okay if this is not for you. You don't have to watch this, and if you feel like it will, take you down a few too many notches, then please click away. I really understand and love all of your support, but I don't want you guys to hurt yourselves at all, just to support me as a streamer. But if this is your type of tea, I guess you could say, we'll be getting into the 4th episode. I do have a slight walkthrough in front of me, mostly because I played this through a first time to see what kind of trigger warnings were needed. And now I'm just trying to kind of collect all of the achievements, why I'm doing it a second time for stream here. And so I hope everyone can have patience with me as I occasionally look down and change away from chat to read it. But I thank you so much for being here, and let's click on the episode. Previously on the last door. After escaping from his burial, DeVitt finds himself in a cellar of London's darkest slums, the Old Nickel Rookery. In his pocket, he has a ticket for a show called The Four Witnesses. DeVitt walks through the misty streets following a strange man who seems to guide him. He learns the legend of the Cimmerig, the king of birds. Following its trail through a dreamlike land of fog, DeVitt finally meets Alexander, a member of the secret group DeVitt and his friends had at school. Alexander welcomes DeVitt and speaks of an entity called the Bird that has been calling them ever since the experiment they conducted back then. Hello, Fletch. Blah, blah, blah. There is no turning back. Ooh. Oh, I control the blonde guy. Ooh. Okay. I have made my mind. I'm ready. Go on. Do it. Do it. Do it! So dramatic. I love it. I have no idea what the episode set 2 is about. I've surprisingly kept myself free of spoilers. For this came out in 2013. For about 8 years. I've only now only after I've finished an episode have I gone to find the tutorial. So luckily it's interesting. This game is super cool. I like the thick story in it. Yeah, this is the 4th episode in this one, Fletch. Depending on what my RA schedule through training is this next couple of weeks, we might start episode. I keep saying episode 2. It says episode 2, but it's the last door 2, and it has 4 episodes as well, and we'll start that because it the story continues. Can you see all these stars twinkling in the dark outer abyss? all the constellations traced by human eyes in long-distant eras? Look now to the forest in the valley, to the old tower, from the last tree in the distance to the stars in the sky. And even the stones beneath our feet are just silhouettes that hide the truth from our poor senses. Ancient shadows that hang over the veil that hides the world, as if it were the curtain of a theater. The veil separates the truth from the lie. No, don't worry, Fletch. It's only, this portion of the story is ending. But it continues. The veil is a place of it, a place of mists. Anthony's greatest abilities brought you here, but his influence will soon fade away. The mask of lies will descend over your eyes once again. You must find the door as I did. The door that gives passage through the veil. Open it, and we will walk together beyond the mists. I suppose you are wondering why I called you so urgently. I cannot deny it. Your letter was truly mysterious. I have been traveling, Doctor, to Scotland. Have you heard about the massacre of St. Gall? Why, yes, the tragic event that has been the continued object of speculation and grim rumor in every newspaper in England. For weeks now, pamphlets have claimed that all kinds of macabre things took place. But I don't understand. How is all of this connected with my patient? He was there. I'm afraid he's one of the victims. Dear God. What was David doing there? Many years ago, the St. Gall Hospital was a boarding school. It appears that both your patient and Mr. Beechworth spent a part of their youth together there. We can assume that Herod the Vit was investigating something. He believed he had found a clue related to his friend's death. Are you telling me the patients have been murdered? Murdered? Thankfully, no. Please excuse me for alarming you. I did not mean to give this impression. Herod the Vit was attacked but survived. What happened to him then? It seems the criminal was caught by Herod the Vit in the midst of the act. Then he tried to do the same thing to De Witt that he had done to the others. Fortunately, the nuns arrived in time to unearth him from the coffin. Herod the Vit was hospitalized. The nurses report that he remained unconscious for an entire day. What was the cause of those awful deaths? No one knows for sure. The victims were inflicted with terrible wounds. All of them had an expression of utmost terror on their faces. I suspect you did not find Mr. De Witt in the hospital. Indeed, he was already gone by the time I arrived. I have not been able to determine his whereabouts since. I see. What conclusions do you draw from all of these circumstances? I have some theories, but I would prefer not to reveal them until events have unfolded. In all of them, there is a fundamental element whose role has not yet been revealed. And what leads you to this conclusion? It is something that the Holy Sisters found beside Herod the Vit within the coffin. An empty hypodermic needle with traces of an unknown substance. Hello, Octo. This is episode 4 of a kind of horror thriller pixelated point-and-click game. Honestly, you're going to be pretty darn lost if you come in and watch it at this point. I streamed the other 3 episodes. We're finishing this tonight. This is episode 4. The game itself has a sequel that also has 4 story sections. I'm sure this is the place. Alexander's house must be just ahead. Let's see, is it this way? Yeah. Okay. It is quite odd that the door was latched from the outside. I mean... So I'm supposed to wait in here for a little bit so I get the thing. I don't know if this is what you should be listening to as you're, like, sleeping, Fletch. Just saying. But I mean, to each their own. I'm glad you find it peaceful. I do not. So I'm just supposed to stay here until I hear glass shatter. Which, I don't remember how long that actually takes. Ooh, hi, Missing. Welcome to this horror game. I mean, I guess it's a horror game. Okay. Okay. Sorry, give me just a quick second. I ate spicy ramen and now I'm like all congested a little bit now. Oh. Okay, no one is answering. Perhaps I should go inside anyway. I'll just tell the household that I'm an old friend come to visit. Sure, yeah, that seems reasonable. Not. Keep forgetting that it doesn't. When you open a door, you have to click it twice. Oh. Footsteps. There must be someone upstairs. Ugh. An oil lamp. Good. Okay, I'm not gonna go through that. Had a tea party, oh my gosh. Breaking and entering, that's Arusha's thing though? Lol. Okay, it's a diary. This is the last thing written. The last pages have been ripped off. October 12th, 1887. It's been a while since I can't devote any time to this diary for reasons beyond my control. An event most tragic has taken place in this house. Mr. Dupre has gotten ill, immersed in an everlasting stupor from which it seems he shall not return any time soon. Since the accident, I patiently take care of him. The doctor's treatments don't seem to do any good. I feed him like a child and make sure that all of the sculptures in the house are turned towards the wall. What else can I do? October 13th, 1887. The clockmaker just left. He has done such a good job. In the end, Mr. Dupre is not going to be able to notice the change in the clocks that he had so insistently requested. In his state, time will not be a problem anymore. It looks like the diary was of a member of Alexander's household. What happened to them? What indeed? Oh, okay. One of them is full and so warm. Oh. I don't think I like that. Woo. Let's see. I was supposed to go through the door. Oh, heck. Ugh. I don't want to go through that door, though. Oh, it just leads to, like, the garden. That's fine. Latched. An ancient stone well, a rope hangs inside, disappearing into the darkness below. Let's see if I can get it. Hi, Starry. Just to let you know, this game has a lot of like heavy triggers into it. So, if like things like death, suicide, drug use is like a huge thing for you, just to let you know, like to divert your eyes, or turn off the stream, or just pop out the chat, and so you don't have to hear or watch it, which is understandable. Rope is broken. I'll keep this end. It just randomly keeps rope. This is fine. Oh. Let's see. Okay, the quickest way to do it is actually to go through the front. Got it. Alexander. Let's see, there's a note. It's a scribbled annotation in this piece of paper. The veil is something we sense in our innermost being incessantly. In vain do we waste our lives, craving to tear through. It is Zolithal, the curtain behind which the great wings beat. Inside its ancient mist inhabit the shadows of those who left. Okay, cool. The table holds nothing but a box with the description laudanum to be taken in case of anxiety. It's empty. Oh, that's pronounced, oh my gosh, now I can't remember how it's actually pronounced. Ooh, yes. Thank you, Fletch. That is super helpful. Alexander, it's me, David. I'm sorry if I startled you. When I was downstairs, I could have sworn I heard footsteps. Were they yours? Or is there someone else in the house? For a moment, I felt a flash of hope that he was looking at me, but he is unresponsive. You told me I should come here, and I came as soon as I could. Can you tell me what's happening here? He's giving no answer, but persistently stares at something nearby. He appears to be in some kind of hypnotic trance. Is everything alright? Why are you sitting in a wheelchair? Are you hurt, maybe? Can you stand? He's staring blankly at some distant point as if he has not heard my question at all. Alexander, please, say something. I don't know what to do. I don't understand just what happened to him. Well, actually, real quickly, just to make sure that there's not, like, anything else that I, like, missed. Like another note or something. A huge chest made of oak wood. There is a large iron hook inside. You okay? Take this hook. There's a fragment of a diary under the hook. August 5th, 1887. I can't work in the basement anymore. Those wretched sculptures. I feel them stalking me in the darkness. I know it is not possible, but I can hear the crunches, the flapping wings, stone grinding on stone. Their frozen paroxysms with that diabolical art were those gestures conceived, an internal movement, a tension, an impossible struggle to get back the life they never had. I might place them outdoors in the greenhouse and let the mold devour them and wasps make nest in their hollow hearts. Whew. Doesn't happen often, Mom. Get the camera. What do you mean? Fletch is an amazing... Fletch, you are an amazing mod. You hush your face. Let's see. Open passage. Is it this one? Oh yeah, this is the dark room. It looks like some kind of red-tinted glass cover used to mask the lamp. It completely shattered on the floor. A camera tripod. Such a creepy pairing. Okay, cool. Woo! Mine now. Cyanide. Ooh. It is a big book of home chemistry recipes. A few pages have been bookmarked and some articles are underlined. 3149. Collodion for photography. Collodion is the vehicle by which the photographic chemicals are united upon the surface of the glass and the sensitive coating produced. Many formulas are published for this article to which great value is attached. Some supposing that to its peculiar composition belong the principal causes of failure or success. This is only in a degree true. 3151. To develop a positive image. This is done by pouring upon the palette about 1 ounce of the vitriol spirit solution and only then adding 5 or 6 drops of the cyanide acid. Then the plate must be thoroughly washed in water to remove any excess of the chemicals. 3150. The causes of failure. They would almost require a chapter by themselves. The long experience convinces us that 9 out of every 10 failures occur from a want of care, the presence of dirt, negligence. One cannot be over nice, careful, or cleanly. The best results always rewarding the most painstaking. If a mistake is made in the order specified in the formula, quickly flow water over the plaque and start again. Okay, cool. You always yell at me about whether I've ate or what. And now I'm going to tell you, go eat. Go find something. Take care of yourself. I care about you. You sitting through my streams don't matter if you die. A large envelope of black felt covered in dust and ashes. It is labeled with a warning, do not open under white light. It's a letter. Dear Alexander, I have excellent news. The contact from the university has given me access to a 12th century alchemical tome containing an amazing formulary. There is no doubt that sometimes mere contemplation takes the mind to places that otherwise it would have never visited. Leafing through the grimoire and marveling at the exquisite illuminations of its pages, I have been struck by a sudden epiphany, a radical but elegant method that I have decided to try. Whoop, whoop, I accidentally did that. Whoops, we're gonna not pay attention to that. Forgive me for not providing any information about the method itself. As soon as I get definite results, I will write you immediately. I believe fortune has truly smiled upon us. Vidine, I'm not even gonna attempt it tonight. June 8th, 1887. Hi, Amity. How are you tonight? Oh, thank you so much, Amity. Let's see. So I got that. Probably earned into the greenhouse. Are we sure there's nothing else? Shelves lined with strange and complex books. Some titles include The Movement of Shadows Preserving the Mind and Lessons Beyond Nature. A picture of an angel with a gentle face. Oh, well, it was nice that they stopped by. I'm sorry that I couldn't address their hello sooner. So I want to go back to the greenhouse to get to pick up something. But now we at least have a light to go back to the front garden with. A beautifully crafted steel greenhouse. It's old but still in good condition. Okay, cool, so go in it. Oh, well, there's the broken glass that we saw. Oh, a statue of an angel with its wings spread. Well, you know, the angel statues kind of remind me of that Doctor Who episode. I like how I say that one as if there's only one. But you know the weeping angels. Whoop. Okay, so I now have the vitriol. This pane looks like it had been broken from the inside. Yeah, that's the sound of glass breaking we heard when we were first in here. Which is a question then of, oh, what were they doing? Okay, so I guess. Oh, there it is. No, the weeping angels just become frozen in place when you lock eyes with them, and if you blink, they can move at a breakneck speed. What is this game about? Okay, so The Last Door is a multi-episode, quote-unquote, horror thriller kind of pixelated story. It gives you kind of like pieces to find, and you got to do things sometimes in a specific order. And it's essentially you're trying to find the end of the mystery. The corpse of a deer. Its abdomen torn open and looks recently dead. Well, now we have a red light to go read that letter under. Let us go back to the house, I guess. I'm sorry that there was nothing good to eat, Starry. Also, I'm sorry if I have to, if it takes me a little bit longer to get back to comments. I'm kind of dipping back and forth in between, like, the walkthrough because I'm trying to get achievements as we go through this episode. So I'm deeply sorry. Yo, the people in the rat is gone. The image is faded out. That doesn't make me feel good. Does the note say anything different? No. Can't blame me for trying. Just hanging from a cord, they look as if they were improperly developed. You can hardly distinguish anything. The oil has caused a strong acidic reaction. I've applied the liquids in the correct order. All that remains is to rinse the plate. An image is appearing on the plate. Gasp, a walkthrough. Well, yes. So missing, there are just some things that, because it's point click the way that it is, you have to do things in a specific order, and you really can't go back. So you kind of have to get the mystery event things. You actually have to read a walkthrough. I tried to look up trigger warnings before I started this, and so many people said that if your plan was to 100% this, that you needed to follow like a walkthrough, because otherwise you're going to miss a bunch of hidden stuff. So I didn't use a walkthrough for the first 2 episodes. You have to use a walkthrough for the 3rd episode, because if you do 2 things in the beginning out of order, you cannot complete the episode, and you actually have to start all over from the beginning. And unfortunately, for the hidden things in episode 4, it's the same way. So if you do anything out of order, you won't be able to get the hidden stuff. Regrettably. Because I had to go through episode 1 and 2 like 3 times to find the hidden stuff before I was finally like, where's the walkthrough? Oh. It's a photograph of Anthony and Alexander. And a shadow of a person, apparently. Uh-huh. Huh, maybe that's what exploded it the first time. It looks like some kind of red tinted glass cover used to mask the lamp. Now it's completely shattered. Yeah, I caught that. I need a moment for that. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine, right? We're fine. Man, this boy does not get paid enough in life. I mean, I understand this isn't a job, but like, ooh. Alexander, do you recognize this photograph? Take a look at it. It's you and our old friend Anthony, and there is someone else blurred in the background. Who is the third figure? Does he mean something to you? Okay, okay. The bird awaits. Is a piece of clockwork in a hand. Okay, cool. Oh, it's here. Interesting. It's turned on its side. Oh, so that's not it. Okay, hold on. Well, if that's not it, where is there another clock? Oh, you know what? Probably downstairs. Yeah. Yo. Where was it? Interesting. Whew, this is gonna take me a while. I'm sorry, Starry. What was that? A noise upstairs, like some kind of broken mechanism. I'm so sorry, Starry. I hope you have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm sorry that it's too much. Sorry. Well, where did we hear the thing leave? Oh my gosh, we missed the spot part. Luckily, we didn't go far enough. I don't think that it'll be a problem. I really hope not, at least. Supposed to do this. Forgotten about it. In the mud and dirt inside there was a small bird of brass. So... Have a great night, Missing. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great night and sweet dreams. Bye! Let's see if I can do this again. Sound came from upstairs. There we go. The cuckoo clock is working. Bird has bursted out at the stroke. Now its beak is open. Its beak is open! There was a key inside the bird. Okay, cool. He's having some kind of seizure. He's trembling out of pure horror. Okay. Oh, you know what? I bet you I know where we gotta go. I think the quickest way to get there is this way, though. Hello? How are you tonight? Just to let you know, there are trigger warnings. It's pinned in the message above. So please keep that in mind before you stay, too long. Ah! It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, everyone. It's fine. The remains of a humanoid body, but with a grotesque animal aspect. Maybe a small ape. It has a collar with some engraved words on it. Old Mike. Map of the stars. Besides the corpse, there's a paper leaf. Dear Alexander, undoubtedly your methods are definitely stronger than mine. How do you manage to get results with such whatever. On another note, my epiphany with the treatise of alchemy was not accidental. When examining the text closer, I have come to the conclusion that for a time Raimundus Lolli sought the same thing as we did. In his account, he describes a formula that he calls hoopoe. Yes, like the legendary bird. Did not connect there. It closely resembles the serum with which we have worked so far, except for minor differences. It's a pity what you tell me about old Mike. I hope he gets better soon. Well, he didn't get better. That's for damn sure. Alacrity? Alacrity. Thank you, Fletch. Actually really appreciate that. Let's see. Oh God, that sounded like Alexander. Alexander. I'm okay. I'm okay. Jeez. Some diary pages on the wheelchair. The paper is ripped apart as if someone had stripped it off the book hastily. I'm good. I just got spooked. It's fine. I'm not good at jump scares. I'm actually like a piss baby for horror. But I still do it. Even though this isn't like scary, jump scares are still in existence. Whew, thank you for asking if I was okay though. October 31st, 1891. I'm writing this in the light of my desk lamp, hoping to be able to remember it all when the birds finally sing and the sun's blessing dispels the dark shadows of the mind. During the whole afternoon, a strong wind hit the valley, so strong that it has cracked the larger branch of the old oak in the garden. I find it hard to get sleep during these nights, so I read a lot while accompanying the professor. I don't really know when exactly I fell asleep. I was awakened by the chill of the night, which was seeping through the open window. I looked outside and I saw him. The professor was miraculously awake. What was my joy to see him standing on the balcony, watching the valley with a true serene expression, enjoying the fresh and calm night air after the storm. I felt that a blessing had followed upon the house, and for a moment I felt immensely happy. I stared at him for a while without saying anything, being afraid of dispelling a vision I hadn't believed possible for a long time, and then in the midst of the silence I heard a sound that froze me in my seat and snatched all of my calmness with such a terrible chill that I will never forget. A loud noise beside me, low-pitched as the drag of a slab. Mr. Alexander's snore, who was pleasantly asleep in his bed. I already made a decision. I'll leave this house.
Nevermore.
I'm sorry. Did a crow just flow in here and say nevermore? Excuse me? A statue is holding something. Excuse me, mouse, can I have you back? Thank you. It's a lens mounted on a metal ring. I'll go back to the cellar. That's right, it's this way. What was that? Yo, I don't get paid enough sometimes. Except that I'm streaming completely of my own fruition, so like, I don't get paid to do this, but like, you know? have to... Why do they have to be angels? Why do they have to be creepy? I feel like I missed a note somewhere. A book written in the language unknown to me. There is a scrawled annotation written in English on one of the margins. This and no other is the function of the serum we manufactured at the boarding school when we were young. It is something that we didn't understand at the time. To accompany the mind to the proscenium of the big theater, and there help us to look behind the curtain that separates the world of men from the land of truth. To look, I say, if anything, to apprehend an image of what lives there. Just that. Will the hopo allow us to raise the curtain enough to walk off the stage and go beyond? There is a small cabinet with 2 slots of syringes. Only one of them remains. That voice again, it comes from the bottom of the pit. You know what? I think I'm done. I'm leaving. Bye. Remember what I said about the weeping angels, y'all? Okay, we'll go back from whence we came. What if I go back out again? No, okay, cool. No. Oh. Oh, I'm looking for... Okay, hold on. I might actually have to look at that again. Oh, it's an upside down triangle. I'm an idiot. Is it this one? Oh my gosh. This one? Oh, I know that it's this one, I'm sure. Well, I know for a fact it's that one. I want that one. That one. This one. Honestly, huh. We're going to not focus on the fact of what I'm about to do. We're gonna not focus on that part. Because, like, that's really hard. Okay. So I want that one. I knew I wanted that one, and then it's down here that's the problem. Oh, it's this one that I want. Correct, this is the summer triangle. I don't know if that mattered at all. Ow. No. Ugh. Oh, sorry. Although I really appreciate your support, I don't want you to put yourself, like, at risk by sitting here and being uncomfy. Like, that's definitely not what I want. It's okay if this is not, like, the type of thing that's for you. That's okay. I appreciate your support on the streams that you do enjoy. I'd much rather you be comfy than just to make a view on a video of mine. Okay? Take care of yourself. You are what's most important. So he's still gonna say nothing? Okay, cool. Let's see. Oh, I'm an idiot. Ha ha ha. Oh, that would have made that so much easier. That's how you find out the code to the eye thing. I get it. Ha ha ha. I'm a fool. How do I click out of this now? Ha ha. Okay. I'm used to that. This is what you asked me to search for, is it not? Alexander, am I right? The last door. Zolith Lathel. Well, I'm almost certain it's almost over. The last door, we can cross together. What should I do? I'm waiting for you here in the midst. In the mist. It's nearly, I can hear it. What is nearby? What do you hear? I hear the beating of its wings. It knows we are afraid. I'm ready. Sit down. Do you think that we will find any clue here about David's whereabouts? The police must have taken almost everything, but we have no other leads to pursue. Hopefully they have overlooked something. What about this room? Well, that's the room we couldn't open when we first played through. There is a sealed letter between this table and the wall. It looks like Herr Beechworth never sent it. I think it's best that you read it. Dearest Alexander, please, you must reflect on this. We do not yet know what we are dealing with. If you were to open the door, it may stay that way. An open way for whatever lives on the other side. Oh, okay. Oh, we're in a miss. Are we gonna meet someone here? Oh. So we're gonna go through the extras. See the morgue. Here I have the police and medical report. The letter is still blank. According to the police, the deceased's name is Father Ernest Glenn. The man emulated himself. There must be something wrong with the water pressure valve. An anatomical model built of actual human bones. Good Lord, what a mess. The skin is all scorched, cause of death, probably shock, caused the sunburns. A horrible way of passing. What could lead a man of God to commit such an act? All that remains is to file the medical report so he can receive the proper treatment a fine gentleman deserves. This case still puzzles me. If he wanted to commit suicide, why did he do it in such a painful manner? Was he drugged or intoxicated? I should check his stomach for signs of poisoning. Alright, the stomach looks fine on the outside. Now I should cut it open to check its contents. Ugh. Okay, Fletch, good night and sweet dreams. What is this? There's something strange in here. It looks like a piece of paper. It is a note. Ernest Glenn, Jeremiah DeWitt, Alexander, that's supposed to be Dupree, and Hugo something. Crumpled note with 4 names. One of them crossed out. I think I should inform the inspector immediately. Francis Baldwin. After being certified of your guilt by a peer jury, we find you guilty of the wicked and violent murders of 14 innocent and sick people. Because of this sentence, I am hereby authorized to execute you at this very moment, but by hanging to death in the sight of God. Would you like to make a final statement before we proceed? Why will you say that I am mad? She's the only survivor. What happened to the others? They are all dead. I'd like to talk to her. She's only spoken nonsense since she woke up. Number of remedies in china and glass jars. There's no doubt this is a Catholic monastery. Miss Parnell is staring meditatively at the small plant. The room has a nice view over the cliffs. Good afternoon. My name is Johann Kaufman. I am a doctor. Would you mind if I ask you a few questions? Please be careful with what you ask. Miss Parnell's state is delicate. I'm perfectly fine and able to talk, sister. Thanks for your consideration. Now, doctor, I understand that you want me to repeat my story. I would be thankful to hear it indeed. I'll stay outside if you need me. I'm a sane woman, doctor, in complete control of my mind and reason. You do not dare to question it. I certainly won't. Then I will commence. I woke up in the dark. The room was small, so narrow that I could touch the wooden walls just by raising my elbows. Could you recognize the place? I couldn't tell at first. For a moment, a most dreadful thought crossed my mind. What if I had been buried alive? Oh, sorry, everyone. When I got out, I found myself in my parents' house. I hadn't been there since they sent me to school. Did you see anyone there, your parents, or maybe someone you know? No, they were not in the house, nor was any servant I had known in the years of my childhood. I was alone. I could feel the humid air on my skin, and I could smell the scent of the long time abandoned. I walked the rooms and settled by the silence. The place had the bleak feel of a ruin. Then I saw someone. In the opposite end of the corridor, an old woman stared at me. Did you try to talk to her? I tried to, but she did not answer, and she walked away when I tried to get closer. I followed her out through the back alley and into the streets. I got lost in the burg of Aberdeen. The streets were deserted and a thick fog covered everything. I thought I had seen the old woman through the fog once or twice, but they could have been just shadows. So the city was empty? No, not completely. I met some people. Vagabonds. One of them was a priest. I remember a novelist and a boy too. Tell me this priest, where did you meet him? I met him in a stable. Good Lord, he said mass there among the beasts. Could you imagine the profanity? Tell me more about the novelist. The woman had never written a word. She created only in her mind, you know. She could tell the story sentence by sentence with perfect precision, and I could even hear a piece of her last work. Do you remember anything about the novelist's work? Yes, the piece she told me was something like, the shadows of the past soon melted within the land that loves silence. Through the fog they walked, found themselves lost. Hoping for a sign from their gods, they set camp on the beach, where 30 birds awaited to meet their crowds. So the boy, what about him? Oh, sorry, Ethan. I came across an abandoned carriage. The horse was long dead, its bones still harnessed to the cart. There was a young man petting the carcass of the animal. Could you talk to this young man? He was deaf, but I think he could read my lips. When he spoke, he did with a clear accent. He said he could only listen to the songs of the departed. What happened then? As I walked, the fog got denser. I could barely see anything around. I finally met the old woman. She didn't say a thing but gave me a cardboard card. Then she left. She gave you a playing card? It was one of those used to tell fortune. There was a drawing on it of a veiled person holding a lamp. Then the mist seemed to clear out and I could finally see. A barren land bathed by roaring waves. There were thousands of birds, and then I realized there was something else. What was it? It was there. It looked at me, the burning dark inside, the shaking, the scream, that vision that I cannot understand. What is it, doctor? Have I finally lost my strength of mind? I believe you. I am sure that what you lived was real, but I'm afraid that I currently lack any proof that can confirm your account. I'm sorry. I should leave. Thank you for your time. Wait, doctor, I have something else to say. When I first woke up here, there was something beside me. Would this be enough proof? It looks like a tarot card. Ooh. He does not look dead, but just asleep. I barely knew him, busy as he was traveling the world. What would be of man with no aspirations for the other side to inspire or lead him? I knew it would come to this. Your father was a terrible mess of a man, and I am only grateful that he brought you to our home. Soon enough, not long after you were born, I hold no doubt that you will learn from his bad example and grow up to be a righteous gentleman. What could there be greater than the efforts of mortals to rise from their miserable condition? This is so sad. He was most dear to me. I know your father was a complicated man. He had a strong character and was stubborn as a mule when he had taken a determination. He believed he had a mission in this world, though I am not sure he knew exactly what it was. That which avoids description, the unknown, provides men with a reason to exist. This is an obscure domain, its secrets taken by man from the silence of nature and death. You are the young Beechworth, is that right? Your father left you everything, Anthony. The house, his accounts, and all his belongings for you to receive when you come of age. He was very specific in his statement, though, that you would receive this promptly, his personal book log. These are the memoirs of my life, my research and knowledge of the other side. Use them wisely, son. Interesting. Well, everyone, this is the end of the last door. Hopefully soon, I'm hoping within the next 2 weeks, we'll be able to start The Last Door 2, Episode 1. Thank you so much for all of you who came to watch my stream. Who all talked in chat. I greatly appreciated it, and I love you all deeply. I hope all of you get some good sleep. I hope you have sweet dreams. And night, everyone, keep on dreaming. Okay. Goodbye.